So we're gonna do an awesome old Hollywood look, which is my absolute favorite. The pinup, all the movies from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I've watched since I was a little girl, and if I could go live in any era, it would be any of those decades. I just love their makeup, their clothing, everything. So I'm gonna show you how to recreate those looks with some really fun CoverGirl makeup, which when you think CoverGirl, you think Christy Brinkley, you think all the ads with CoverGirl things in there that's beautiful and clean and fresh looking, and anybody can find this in any drugstore anywhere they go. So I already did my foundation. It's pretty much just a clean, even, neutral look. They didn't really have too much contouring or darkness back then, except for the black and white pictures, but that was a whole another art we won't go into today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use this little, the 3 set. This is the eye enhancers in Cafe au Lait. So you get 3 shades, this light shimmer, medium, and then more of like a little darker taupey color. And then this is one of my favorite browns from CoverGirl, and this is Brown Smolder. It's a beautiful matte brown that looks beautiful on everybody, and it has many purposes. I used this on a movie set when we needed to make people look like they had dirty faces, and this was a perfect matte brown to make them look dirty. So I bought like 30 of these to make everybody's face look dirty. And then we're also going to be using the new Lash Blast CoverGirl mascara with this cool little magical wand that will do wonders for our lashes. So we're going to start with the light color all over, and that was the key to kind of the pinup eye, was this light, bright white color. So we're going to start in the crease, and you can use the little sponge applicator or you can use your brush. I'll just use this because it's just came in here. So we're going to sweep this light white color all over the front corner of the eyelid and all under the eyebrows. And this is going to give highlight to both. You can already see the difference that's making. Now we're going to use kind of the medium warm brown color, and we're going to sweep that over the outer corner, the mid to outer corner of the eye. And this just kind of, it's going to add a little subtle dimension. Now I'm going to take my fluffy brush and grab that mid light color and kind of sweep it up towards the light that we put under the eyebrow. And again, just these varying shades are going to add more dimension. Now we're going to use the darker kind of goldy one, and you can take the little cornered part of the little applicator here, and I'm just going to go over the middle part of the eye. You want to get this middle part highlighted right there, right above kind of the pupil of your eye. You can even take your fluffy brush and kind of sweep that over. And I just realized I needed to zoom in, and I lost my remote control, so I have to get really close so you guys can see my face up close and zoom in. That's the wrong way, kind of like that. So that'll be a little better than where we were at. So once we swept that color all over the eyelid, like so, you're going to take any black liquid liner. Okay, so we're back with our liquid liner. And the trick to the liquid liner is you can always go over it with an angled brush or a shadow afterwards, so it kind of will fix any little mistakes that you may have made on the way. And I'm going to show you the trick that Marilyn Monroe used to get that beautiful sultry eye. It kind of went up, flat, and then down on the side, so it kind of looks like a pyramid with the point cut off. So you're just going to gently pull your eye to the side, lay your brush down, and begin to draw this up towards a little point here. And I'll do it a little more extreme so you guys can see. And then this part's going to go flat across. So it's going to be more of a straight line up. Whoops. Even the liquid liner can scare me some days. So we went up, now we did the straight line across, now we're going to go down. And that's going to give you the beautiful kind of a bedroom eyes look. That kind of sleepy, sexy eye look. And I do mine, I err more on the thin side. Other people I know like theirs really thick. I like it where it's slightly more thin so it doesn't look so dramatic sometimes. And then I'll pull my eye taut, and then I kind of want to let it go and look straight forward and see where I want to do the little wing upwards part. So now we're just going to kind of eyeball where I want my little wing to shoot up at. And then we need more color here. And then just color this in right here. And a lot of makeup artists from that time did their own makeup, and they did it very well. Like, I think I'm just gonna make this a little thicker. It's really hard to talk and try to hold still and do this. Okay, so there we have our one eye done. Now I'm gonna go to this side. Get a little more liner on there. We're gonna do our straight line upwards and over. And then if you start off thinner, you can always add more afterwards. So we're doing our little tabletop here. Kind of like the same way when you go to the hair salon. You always want to have them start off with a little bit of hair because they can always cut off more. So same theory here. You can always start off thin and you can always add more. And I'm going to let the eye go from pulling it to the side a little bit so we can see where we want our little wing going up. And we'll do our little wing tip up. And if you think of it just more like painting, and if you make a mistake, you can just wipe it off with your a Q-tip and some eye makeup remover. And this side I went out a little more, and that's the fun part. You can just make them more symmetrical as you keep going. So there's our black liner, and you might think, oh no, I may have messed up on one side, but I'm going to show you how we fix it. So you can take any black shadow, and the beauty of that is, if I can find where I have some black hidden, or you can just use, I might even use the brown smolder to go over it because it'll kind of blend the color a little bit. So you go just right over any of the blurry edges where you just have touched down, and what it does is it just softens the harsh line right there, and it makes it look just a little bit softer. And it's great because, there we go, it kind of fuzzes out the look just a little bit. So any edges of imperfection, which is hard to get a perfect line with the liquid liner sometimes. And so this is kind of just like your magic erase tool, which is great. So that's pretty much it for the eyes. Now, there's a couple things you can do. You can do the bright red mouth, or you can use a couple other variations. I'm going to try a more subtle look. This is, what color is this? This is 542 from CoverGirl. And these are the extremely long-lasting, long-wearing lip glosses. And these are amazing because when you put these on, they stay on so well. It doesn't come off on your teeth. It stays looking beautiful. All you do is swipe this gloss on to touch it up. And I've put these on girls and it stays on all day long. I mean, it's amazing. And another time I would have touched up a girl probably 5 times. Their mouths still look perfect. So I'll show you how we apply these. And you're just going to take the little wand here, and we're just going to draw in the lips. And this is a, can't talk and do this at the same time. You just want to draw it on like it's a, it goes on so smooth too. And this is a nice alternative to red. Because sometimes red scares people and they don't feel comfortable in the red. So this is a little more raisiny. And this goes on so creamy. Okay. You have to forgive me for not talking. And you're just going to let this dry. And this is a beautiful color because it gives that dark look of a pinup look without feeling like, oh my gosh, bright red electric lips are walking into the room. So while we do that, a classic trait of the pinup look was they didn't have an extraordinary amount of blush or anything. So you can either use kind of a, just basic a contouring color, like a brownish or gold or peachy color. I'm just going to use kind of a dark plum color, and you're just going to kind of contour right here. Nothing too bright, just contour to the cheekbones. Now we're going to do our lashes, and curling them is going to make the biggest difference ever. So I curl once at the bottom, once at the tips, once at the bottom, and once at the tips. Now this is a brand new tube. I love opening brand new tubes of mascara. I don't know why it's so exciting. So this is the Lash Blast And you will definitely be able to find this in your purse because it's bright orange. So we've coated our little wand, and then we're going to coat the underneath side, and then I always get the tops too. And this little brush really separates your lashes. This is really neat. It already starting to make them look like they're false lashes and they're not clumped together at all. And it's amazing the difference that a mascara wand can make too. So we're going to get the bottoms. And this really adds some amazing length. And you always want to coat the tops and the bottoms because each follicle has more than one side, so you don't want to just coat just underneath. And you always want to work on getting these outer corner guys, right where the wing tip is that you kind of created with the liner. You want to accentuate that by pulling your brush sideways. So you can already see the difference that this eye has by having the mascara on. So we're going to go underneath. And another trick too is you can take powder, your loose powder, and sprinkle it on your eyelashes before you put your mascara on. And it really dries them out and adds an extra little something for the mascara to adhere to. So we're just going to wiggle a little bit. Get the bottom lashes. And that's something sometimes a lot of people forget. So we're just going to keep working. And I'll do a couple coats, probably 3 coats per, really want to get these little corner parts. And I'll do probably like 3, so we'll go and give this guy another layering. And everything in makeup is in layers, whether it's your eyeshadow and it's your blending or your mascara. Everything, the more layers you put, the more it's going to look great. Not, 75 layers so it looks really phony baloney, but okay. So we have our mascara on. Now I'm going to show you our eyebrows. And the great thing about the pinup look was really arched eyebrows. And this is where it comes, I have really high eyebrows. I have a lot of eyelid room. And their looks were really tweezed like that back then. So that's, people think my eyebrows look weird now. But if I was back then, I probably would have fit in a little better. So I'm going to use the black, or the brown smolder. It's a great eyebrow color, especially when your hair is as dark as mine. So we're going to start on this top right here. And just create a straight line from the beginning to this arch up here. And then just fill everything in between. And do the same thing from this inner arch right here. So you're just creating 2 parallel lines. And then upwards right here. Because that's where you want it really defined. You want this line really defined. Eyebrows back then were all about definition that went hand in hand with kind of the Art Deco period. And then this tapers from this point up here to a really fine little line that was really drawn down. Do the same thing, start from this point, straight line from here up to the arch. And you can always create this illusion, if yours are more curved, just straighten them out with this line. And eyebrows, pretty much, the hair will move, to a certain extent. Fill in everything here, go straight up and down. And again, if I could tell you how many little containers of this brown smolder I went through, I think we bought out the entire drugstore. And having people go back and buy more. So there's our really defined eyebrows, which are really fun. Now we're just going to go back with our gloss. And this is the little gloss stick. You just take this with you and you touch it up throughout the day. It's so easy. So you put it right over here. And you will be amazed. This lip color is going to stay on all day long. It's not going to come off. It won't kiss off. It won't wipe off. It won't come off when you're eating, when you're drinking. It's amazing. I did a test and put it on my hand. It didn't come off for almost 2.5 days, and I was scrubbing really hard every time I washed my hands. So I don't know what's in it, but it is amazing. So here's your old Hollywood glamour pinup look, which is fun with our kind of modernized toned down mouth, so it's not so red and scary. I hope you guys like it. Have fun playing with your makeup, and we'll see you soon. Bye.